Hey, it's Bill, and you're tuned into the Pennsylvania Rock Show, featured best unsigned rock and metal that Pennsylvania has to offer. Right on here on PARockshow.com, MegaRockRadio.net, 107.1 FM, St. Louis, Missouri, BuildTheScene.com, XRPRadio.co.uk, RootarooRadio.com, and AltRockRadio.ca. This is episode number 511, and with me tonight is Neil Donnelly from the Drunk Rock Show. What's up, Neil?
Not too much. That was impressive. How I think the second take was better than the first one, so
Yeah.
it's probably good. Yeah. So you should thank your daughter. She did a good thing.
Yeah, she stepped in there.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I'm here though, because I'm not the best unsigned rock or metal.
Yeah, but you deal with it, so.
I do, I guess, to an extent.
So, Neil, why don't you give the listeners a little bit of idea of what your show is exactly? And yes, you can explain it.
Okay, the idea of the drunk is actually simple. I bring bands onto my show. We get drunk and we talk about stuff. That stuff could range from, if you have an EP or an album, got some shows in the future, or if you want to talk about some more serious things or even less serious things that don't matter at all. We talk about all that stuff.
And the topics get deeper the longer into the show you go, right?
Yeah, obviously. Whenever I first started, I didn't know how much I should drink, so those were really intense and off the deep end. I've gotten a little bit better at it, but yeah, I mean, obviously, you get drunk and talk about stuff, the more stuff is going to come spilling out of your mouth that maybe you intend to.
Recently you started doing some videos as well. What are you doing with those?
I watch a lot of reaction videos on YouTube, and so I was like, that's another thing to do when you're drunk. So I just started doing those. And I think it's important that I do mention I am not an alcoholic. I only drink when I do the shows so that it stays. I don't want to have to drink 17 beers, to be funny. I'm just not good at talking to people naturally, and for some reason I wanted to interview people. So I had a way allowed me to talk correctly, speak correctly. I'm not talking correctly right now. I don't know. All right.
So how do you come up with the questions that you're going to ask the bands?
Some of the questions are just typical questions, like what does your name mean? Because I feel like that question, it's always either something really deep that they made up after the fact, or like they just make up a funny thing about it. Because usually it's just like, we just made that up and we thought it sounded cool. But, if you read like an alternative press or a Rolling Stone interview with a band, they always have some deep issue, that they connect to their name. But I just feel like it's not really like that most of the time. And then, I ask about I do some research. I see if they have any albums coming out, EPs, any shows coming up that they want to talk about. I kind of make it more about them than about me asking them things. Some things that they kind of want to talk about and promote is what I try to do.
Yeah, that's how my show starts off, but then I start asking them weird questions.
Oh yeah, I do start asking some weird questions. I don't know, like there's three questions I started asking fans. Like one of them is like if they've ever played the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, because I feel like a lot of people got into the alternative music scene through that game. They heard a song on there that made them want to check out more. Or like if you were stuck on a desert island, what album would you want to have for the rest of your life, and which would you drink for the rest of your life? Because it is the drunk
Yes.
rock show, so I try to make some connections to that. Do I Rogan? I feel like I talk like him for some reason. I don't know.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
He's a funny guy. I can only hope to be as good as
I know
him.
he comes up all the time when people talk about podcasts. I should probably go listen to his podcast once.
I've never even listened to his podcast. I've just seen like all of his movies, and I watch. One thing I do is I watch late night interviews from like late night shows. I wanted to try and just pull off a Tracy Morgan interview right now, but I don't think I'm good enough at that to do it because he's just so random and strange. But I thought it would be a funny thing to try one
I
day.
mean, I could ask you some of my off the wall questions and see where you go with them.
Okay, I'll try not to say any bad
Okay, that
words.
would be a plus.
I'll definitely attempt it. I haven't said any yet, so I'm pretty good
You
so
are.
far.
Okay, so if you could take an album that you absolutely love, like you listen to it from track one to the very last track and you love every single song, and forget about it so that you can hear it again for the very first time, what album would you forget?
Um, I don't know. My favorite album of all time is AFI: The Art of Drowning, so maybe I would go with that and see how I'd be reacting to it now at an older age, so it'd be interesting. Because whenever I first heard it, it was just like energy and strangeness, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm into that." And I think I would still be into it, but it would be interesting to see if I'm still into it.
Right? Because you wouldn't have the years of convincing yourself that you were into it to keep you into it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
If you could go back in time without altering the space time continuum,
Why do I have to not alter it? Can I just alter it while I'm there? It
but
doesn't matter. It's just a
but
question.
but I like this space. Well, actually, maybe.
Could I mess up? Could I go kick Hitler in the nuts? Or I'll kick his dad in the nuts and then he won't be able to have Hitler, right? So I could do that. That would be a good thing. I'm sorry. That's probably, is that a bad word? I don't know. It's just like
Uh,
legumes. Should I say that? I don't
legumes.
know. All right.
So, um, the question was going to be, what band would you follow around?
What band would I follow around? I don't know. The Cure. That's not even that long ago. That's the 80s. Maybe it's the 70s. I don't know how far they go back.
Well,
But they're cool and weird. And like, I feel like a lot of cool, weird bands today are influenced by them in some way, including AFI, now that I think about it.
if you could sit on a bench with anybody from the history of the world and ask them one question, who would you sit with and what would you ask them?
Oh man, this is a really hard question. And I have to think of historical figures now, which is maybe not the thing I wanted to do. But I don't know. I would John Wilkes Booth. And I would be like,
Why?
because I would actually just quiz him on the play, see if he was even paying attention. You know, you're a teacher. You like to quiz people about
I
stuff.
do.
So I would just ask him, like, what happened at the end of the first act?
I bet he doesn't know or didn't
I
know.
bet he doesn't. He was probably very nervous that day. Just so everybody knows, I don't support the assassination of President Lincoln. I was not born yet, so I apologize that I couldn't stop it.
Except I just told you could go back in time.
Yeah, but you said I'm not allowed to affect anything,
That's true.
and I already picked Hitler that I would change
Yeah.
his path.
Now they're gonna have to send what's that DC show on Netflix? Um they protect the timelines. Um um
Uh,
um
uh, I can't think of it. I'm currently just watching every single episode of Supernatural, and there are a lot.
something of tomorrow.
Oh
Legends of
man,
Tomorrow.
yeah, that's it. All right, they're kids, right?
No, they're
They're like, are they teenagers?
no, they're probably
No,
like
there's
30s.
there's a teenager one on Hulu, I think, that's like Marvel or DC. I'm not sure.
Well, that one they're like they would almost be like sidekicks for superheroes, but they're a team and they're going back in time and trying to change the history of the world, and they keep screwing it up and making it worse.
That's why they end up being sidekicks.
That's right.
They can't be the real heroes because they keep messing up.
Like one of them was a character that showed up in Green Arrow, and now she's on this show. But yeah, well, they're gonna have to follow you around through time and keep changing things back.
That would be fun, actually. That'd be a fun job to follow people through time and stop them from changing things.
I bet it would get annoying.
It probably would at some point, but like at first you'd be like, wow, not only can I travel through time, I have to protect time itself. It's a it's a very important job, I feel like.
Um, if if you could interview any musician, anyone at all, who would you try to interview?
I would try to interview. Who would I try to interview? I feel like everyone thinks I'm lame if I don't say somebody from the 70s or something. But I don't really care. Well, actually, no. Um, who's the guy from the Misfits album that's not Danzig? The guy after Danzig who had the 50s vibe to him. I liked him. I can't remember his name right now for some reason, but
Oh, I can't remember it either.
yeah, you know the
Yeah.
guy. The guy is on Scream. He's on the song Scream and like all that stuff. I would talk to him. I'd be like, "You're creepy, and also you sound a little bit, like you could do some 50s doo-wop music, and I love it. So why did you combine those two?"
My answer to that question probably isn't much of a surprise if you've been watching my timeline. Um, I keep tagging the Foo Fighters and telling Dave Grohl that he should come on my show.
He's not from the 70s. That's so lame. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, here's the thing. Like what started me on that path is I got stuck on a rabbit hole on YouTube, and I ended up watching like 20 videos in a row where the Foo Fighters bring somebody up on stage and let them play with them.
Yeah.
And I want to ask him how that got started. That's all it is. I just want to ask him how
Yeah,
it
that's
started.
interesting. I thought of a new answer. Can I change my
Yeah, go
answer?
ahead.
I want to talk to Tom DeLonge about aliens for hours. That's what I want to do. Because he's really into it, and I think I might be too. So, Tom, if you're watching for some reason, you're probably doing cool stuff though, because you're always doing cool stuff. But if you want to talk about aliens with somebody who knows nothing about it, I would be that guy.
Um,
I have this weird thing with my nose that it's a recurring problem. It's all red and puffy. I don't know what it is.
See, I
Whatever.
wouldn't have noticed it if you hadn't pointed it out.
It's uncomfortable. That's why I even like mentioned it because it hurts. But whatever, it's fine.
um, if you could, if you become the CEO of a record label, who is the first unsigned band in the Pittsburgh area that you offer a contract?
The first unsigned band in the Pittsburgh. What happened?
You're still here.
Oh man. Okay, a sound happened and I didn't know what was going on. All right. I'm very worried about that for some reason. I don't even care. I would pick one of my friends' bands. I would pick. All right. Stitch Method already has a label. I would pick Feast on the Fallen because Randy, he's cool guy. Steve, they're all good guys. They encourage me to do things, so I appreciate them.
I just realized that I did not pull up the live stream, so I don't know if anybody's trying to talk to us right now.
If anyone's trying to talk to us, I encourage you to keep trying. We're going to pull that up now and see what's going on.
As soon as my computer cooperates, I clicked it. There it is. Let's see if anybody's trying to chat with us. As it loads slowly.
Slowly
We got a
loading.
bunch of reactions. No comments yet, though.
No comments, people. Interesting, but you could at least, make me feel a little good.
Okay, so
Oh, by the way, we were talking about my reaction videos. I don't think of very faces that I make. So like I'm not great at reaction videos, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough about the technicality of music to be even doing reaction videos, but people say they like them, so that's all I'm into.
well, that's me doing a rock show.
Yeah, that's I always felt that way about the time that I've been doing the drunk rock show. I don't even know enough about music to talk to these people about music, but whatever. It's time. So
If a band wanted to talk to you, how would they get a hold of you?
I'm just page the talk show. I think to type in PGH, and that's how you find it. Type in the Drunk Rock Show, pop up. I don't. Or you could just email drunkrockpgh@gmail.com if you can't find the Facebook for some reason.
If you're hanging out on Facebook and you would like to ask Neil a question, go ahead and make a comment. I see some of you there live, so I know you're watching.
Yeah, and don't say anything rude to me. That would be very mean, and I'm trying to keep it PG-13.
That
is
is
what
what
I
you
was
were
told. So, yeah. So don't make me go R. You know.
Who made your logo?
Gavin Fornelli from Wind Chimes. He made both of my logos.
An alarm.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say more about that.
Well,
but yeah, Gavin Fornelli from Wind Chimes.
What happened there was Alexa started yelling about sending my kids to take their medication.
Oh.
So.
Oh, no, they're already sleeping,
yes,
right?
They took it already.
Okay. I was going to say, it would be some weird force-feeding mission while they're asleep.
Well, they should be sleeping. They went to bed at 10 last night, and we were still asking them why they were awake at midnight.
My kid would not go to sleep all last night. It was ridiculous. He would stay up all night. It was like 2 a.m, and I was like, dude, why aren't you tired yet? What's wrong with you? I'm about to pass out. I wish I was that young. Well, no, not 2, but like...
How was his Easter? Does it correlate?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. He was excited about hunting eggs. He just says eggs a lot. He was, whenever we were like, is the Easter Bunny coming? He would be like, eggs! So, like, he understands what the Easter Bunny does, even though it makes no sense. Bunnies don't lay eggs, but hey, I'm not here to... The Easter Bunny's real, in case you're a child.
Yes.
It's absolutely real. The realest thing. It's realer than Snoop Dogg and Ray. All right.
The Easter Bunny ate some of my son's candy.
He ate some. Well,
and
sometimes
left a note about it.
You know what? I noticed this is like the first year for Christmas or Easter or anything that I didn't receive any Reese's peanut butter shaped things, and I'm upset.
I had a Reese's peanut butter egg today.
It's very upsetting. Like, I don't want to buy it myself, you know, but I will at some point. I'm trying not to eat the sugar, though, so I'm trying to avoid it. But if someone buys it for me, you know, it's a gift.
And then you have to.
I would be, yeah, or else I'm a cool person.
We found today, we were cleaning up the shed in the backyard, and we had Christmas stuff that was still in plastic bins in the house. And so we were rearranging things, and we found Skittles from Christmas in one of the bins.
Did you try eating them? Because I feel like old Skittles are really hard
you know
to
what?
chew.
They were inside. They weren't open yet. They were in like a tube. And then inside the tube, they were in a plastic bag. So they were still good.
Really taking.
They were.
That's good.
And at one point, my wife was chasing my daughter.
What's your color?
I think red. Yeah, my wife really likes Skittles.
Yeah, red. Yeah, red. And that might be like a noob way of looking at Skittles. Maybe if you're really into, work your way to yellow being your favorite or something. It just tastes like lemons. Red is like, it probably says or something on the package. That's not what a strawberry tastes like,
No.
You know? But whatever.
What? How about Starburst, since we're on that topic?
Red. Everything red.
Yep.
Like, that's why they have boxes of stuff that's just like all the reds or whatever. So red's just the best kind. I used to like pink Starburst the best, though. I will say
pink is good. That's why they have pink and red like by themselves in some of the packages.
Yeah,
like they mix just those two.
I feel like like lemon is one of them, and that's just like typical. You can get that at any game. Like the red one and the pink one, I feel like are a little bit of a unique flavor to the Starburst that you're not going to find anywhere else, maybe. So that's why I think I like it.
The worst is when you're trick or treating with your kids. Here's a pro tip for you, and they give you one of those Starburst packages that has only 2 Starburst in them.
And you get like two crappy
Get
ones.
2 lemons. That's the worst.
Yeah. Oh, here's like a pro tip that I found out. My kid doesn't know anything because he's 2. So if you're eating something delicious and he's like, I want some of that, you can give him the worst part of it. He won't care. That's a pro tip for you.
Yes.
So
That's going to come back to bite you when you get older, though.
that's okay. I'll be older then. I might be dead. I don't know. That's not nice to say, but hey,
Keep in mind,
it's life.
keep in mind that he might be the one making decisions on where you live when you get older.
Well, that's fine. I hope I don't get that dilapidated. I hope I die before then, honestly.
Wow.
I don't know. Before I have to live in a home?
Well,
Because he's not going to take me in, probably.
no, he isn't because you give him crappy candy.
Well, he's 2. No. He'll figure it out. It's fine. I'll live in a home. I don't care. Bingo. I'll just play bingo all day. I'll be the coolest guy at bingo, maybe. Or everybody will be equal. I don't know.
All right, let's get back to music.
Okay. Yeah, we got really weird.
That was a weird tangent.
That was a drunk rock show tangent right there.
Oh, I go off on tangents all the time. Not usually about candy, though.
Yeah, mine are usually worse.
I'm sure.
So, yeah, it gets real bad.
What's your favorite movie about music?
I don't know, because I feel like everyone says like the biopics. I don't really watch those too much. I like SLC Punk. Is that about music?
I've never seen it.
It's kind of about music. It's about, I don't know. It's not really. It's about Heroin Bob, but like, it's about the punk rock scene. So I think that counts. Matthew Lillard. He's very good in it. He's a very good actor.
I don't know what my favorite one is. I mean, I've seen quite a few.
Would it be cool, like if I said "Walk the Line" now? You think people know that I've never even seen it, but
I saw part of that. I don't know. I mean, I Almost Famous, Rockstar. Oh yeah, now I'm gonna blank. Get him to the Roxy. The Dirt. There's a ZZ Top one out on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's a biopic though.
well, that's fine. Like honestly, I would think about it more and try to come up with a better answer. But I've never been on a live video for this long before, and I'm nervous about just like blanking completely. So I just keep my mouth. If I keep my mouth moving and things come out of it, then we're good.
Well, the best part is because of the delay on the audio, your mouth is moving and stuff isn't coming out of it. And when it's closed, there are words coming out of it.
Sorry about that, guys. It's quarantine. I don't know.
That's why I was trying to figure out that syncing thing earlier, but it didn't work. I'll figure it out eventually. That was Christina from the Shadow event made that comment on the last video. And I do see people hopping in. Nobody asking any questions though. Hi Jay Zanotti. That is Jay Zanotti of, is that CMW or is that Dragline? That's Dragline Jay Zanotti. And then
Hi.
The Spanish
That was weird. I heard myself. What the hell? I mean, what the heck?
That one's okay.
Yeah, that one's okay. They say that in church all the time.
If you're tuned in and you would like to ask Neil a question, you can pop it in there. Jay Zanotti's band Dragline is fueled by Pabst.
Pabst? All right.
That's who you should get on. You should interview them.
I will. I don't care. I'll interview everybody.
They right in their logo it says fueled by Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's the way to go, because Pabst probably doesn't care if you put their name in a thing.
I believe Pabst gave them a bunch of beer after they saw it.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm
gonna put the Drunk Rock Show fueled by Southern Tier Brewing Company. See if they give me some stuff.
And they're close. You might be able to convince them.
I'll try.
What other sponsors would you love to have?
Um, I used to be really into Fatheads. That would be cool. Fatheads, Southern Tier. I'm probably just gonna say a bunch of beer companies, even though Jack Daniels would be cool, but they're pretty big. So I'm gonna go with that one from Allegheny County that I can't remember the name of.
Oh,
Starts with a T, probably. Um, I don't know. It's like the last name of the guy who started the Whiskey Rebellion. That's all I remember about it, but I can't remember what it is.
I should remember that too. And
I'm just gonna Google it.
that sounds like a
You're allowed to
plan.
Google
Yeah, you're allowed to Google.
things. So uh, I'm just gonna type in. I'm just gonna type in the Whiskey Rebellion. Yeah, but they wanted to tax his whiskey sales, so he punched them in the face, and I was like, "That's awesome." Let's see. Okay, this is gonna teach me a lot of things before it actually tells me the guy's name. It looks like. Uh, Man, me and Patrick just talked about this last night. I had to look it up, and I found it, and now I can't remember again. Pennsylvania whiskeys. That's what I typed in yesterday. Pennsylvania bourbon, actually, it seems like is what I typed in. And I remember I had to school really far. Oh wait, is that it right there? The very first one?
Major James.
Wiggle. It's Waggle. Wiggle. I don't know how to say it. It's Wigle.
Okay.
Don't know how it's said. If you listen to the first episode of the Drunk Rock Show, we really talk about how to pronounce it for like a couple minutes probably. I don't know if that's true. It might be. Try it out.
So, um,
You've done a good job at keeping me interesting for as long as we've been on so far.
you say that as I pause, going, okay, now what do I ask?
That's okay. I can fill in the blank spaces. I can talk about anything and have no knowledge about it, which is I do it a lot. I'm actually smarter than people probably think I am on the internet, though. But just know that although I'm drunk whenever I do my show, I know things. I know things. I have a degree,
Oh,
yo.
what's your degree in?
It's stupid. I got a stupid degree. I wanted to be, whenever I was like, oh, I'm going to go to college, I was like, I should go to college and become something that I love. Much for creative writing. And it was stupid. Don't do that. You can just do it without a degree. You can write creatively, no problem, without a degree. So just save yourself the 60 grand and just write things, is my advice. Because then I was like, I should become a teacher. But then I was like, I'm too much of a degenerate to become a teacher, probably. So I'm not going to do that.
I decided in fourth grade that I was going to be a teacher, and that I was going to be a fourth grade teacher. That happened 3 years ago. I had been teaching, but I became a fourth grade teacher 3 years ago.
What happened at fourth grade that you were so enamored with?
My fourth grade teacher asked me if I would help another student who was struggling, to teach her how to study and help her learn how to take tests. It's myself and then another person in the class named PJ. And she ended up making bees when we were done.
Huh.
So that was it.
That's cool. Most of my time in school, my teachers were trying to figure out if I was a domestic terrorist, which I wasn't, but that's what happens when you just say everything that comes to your brain as soon as it gets there, you know. People start asking questions.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I can see that.
Yeah, I understand why they ask the questions. Except for the one I was in a creative writing class and I wrote a poem and it was like the first word of the poem has to be one thing and the other one has to be the opposite. And I wrote about life and death and they thought I was going to shoot the school up and I was like, this is a creative writing class. I'm just creatively writing things. Why are you on my case? You know?
Yikes.
You love making teacher. Nobody understands what I just did.
Oh, I do, because
I
we
do
talked
too,
about
so
it.
it's cool. Yeah.
Anyway,
All I do is make love around, you know?
If they haven't figured it out now, they have an issue.
Yeah, that's for Patrick. I told him I was going to do that, but
Is that Patrick McElravy? Yes,
McCall yeah, whatever.
I watched that. I
Uh,
watched that video. That was my research.
yeah, that we did another one yesterday. We recorded an episode, so I'm going to have to edit that at some point this week. I haven't had an episode in a while because somebody said that it was an offhand comment. It like really wasn't important, but I took it to heart. They were like, "How can you be a good parent if you're just doing a drunk rock show?" And so then I didn't do them for a while. And I was like, drink once a week. Like, it's not like I'm an alcoholic and I run around beating my wife or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it hurt my feelings. So I stopped doing it for a while. But now I don't care what they think. And I'm a good father. So whatever. You're allowed to have fun once a week if you're a good father. You don't have to just be always, doing fatherly things.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. What's one thing that fans of the Drunk Rock Show would be surprised to learn about you?
I don't know. I feel like anything. I used to be a rapper, I guess. That's probably surprising.
That is surprising.
Yeah, because my haircut and my general lack of swagger. But yeah, I used to be a rapper. I was pretty good at rapping, actually.
What
But yeah, that's probably the most surprising thing.
what was your rap artist's name?
Oh, it's Neil Izod.
Oh, just never mind. I won't give that away.
Oh yeah, my email. It's me up. No, but yeah, that was my rapper name. That's what it's the email stemmed from. I don't care. Email me, whatever. I have 10,000. Wait, I'll tell you how many unanswered. I have 120,853 emails I haven't opened. You think I care?
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a lot. I thought I had a lot on my school one.
No, here's the thing. I tried to like make it less, but then it all just popped back up like I didn't look at them. So I don't know. At this point, I don't care anymore. Like you just dropped a rock onto an acoustic guitar or something. What just happened?
I set a glass down.
Oh, it was like echoing.
Here, I can do this. Did you hear that?
Yeah, just like a.
That's the spring on my microphone stand.
Sounds like an E. I don't know.
I don't know if you can see them.
I haven't been able to see you this whole time.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on.
Well, I turned it off because
Oh, okay.
because
I
I have the video streaming through another camera, and I don't want to have to stream 3 different videos, yours and me, twice.
Oh yeah, that'd be annoying probably. So yeah, just do the one. It's cool.
But when we're done here, you can go see me laughing and scratching my face, because we're supposed to touch our faces right now.
I don't think I've touched mine too much. I think I'm doing good.
But I know.
Yes.
Tell them how they can find you on Facebook one more time, and then we're gonna play some of the best unsigned rock that Pennsylvania has to offer.
All right, I'm just gonna walk you through it. You open up the Facebook app on your phone or computer, I suppose. Then you type in the. Okay, I think maybe for me it's different. It's the first thing that comes up when you type the because I probably.
Because you've done it a
But
lot.
if you type in the Drunk Rock Show, if it's to type in at Drunk Rock PGH, and then you'll find it. It has like a sort of metal-looking emblem sort of thing right now.
Yes, and if you're watching the video, it's over my shoulder behind us.
It's over his shoulder behind you.
It's behind you too.
Oh, cool. And then if that doesn't work, drunkrockpgh@gmail.com. Even though I have 120,853 unread emails, I don't know if you really trust that, but I look at those ones. I have 3 emails connected to one thing. That's why there's so many. I don't care about 2 of them, basically. So But if you message me on Facebook, just look my name up, Neil Donnelly. I'm on there. There's a picture of me and my child and my girlfriend.
Yep. Okay. So this has been episode number 512 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. And just
Hold on,
okay, go ahead.
511 at the beginning.
Well, it's 512. I'll have to fix it.
Okay.
511 was or I can just leave it. 511 was last week with Corners of Sanctuary.
All right, so it's 512.
It's 512.
If you're marking this down.
And for some reason, my website, there it goes. It's taking forever to load. Here we go. So the next couple episodes, we will have Dan Stonebrook on May 1st. May 8th will be The Art of Burning Bridges. Unbroken Soul on the 15th. 22nd is Meat Hook. 29th is Nox Emesis. The Shadow event will be here on June 5th. Justin Wade Band on the 12th. Walker's K on the 19th. Hugh Twyman. If you guys aren't familiar with Hugh Twyman, Google the Hugh Show. That is the 26th. And then Fubar will be joining me on July 1st. And that's what's scheduled so far.
Dan Stonebrook, he does like the folksy stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was on my show one time. He's cool.
He's I can't remember if I had him on this or if I had him on 3 Questions and a Song, but I have spoken with him before.
Yeah, I went to his house and stuff.
Oh.
It was a trip. It was it's a far drive is what I mean.
Where are you from, Neil? Don't give me specific, but
I'm from if you know where Irwin is, I'm from around there.
I do know where Irwin is.
Yeah, so I'm from around that area. You're from like Bell Vernon or something, are you?
Oh, I teach in Bell Vernon, but
I live in York.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where York is.
We used to be rivals, but now we're not in the same division anymore, so we're not.
Yeah, I actually live in Leechburg, which is in Armstrong County.
Oh, I don't know where that is at all.
Do you know where New Kensington is?
Yes.
I live like 7 miles from New Ken.
At least you don't live there. All right.
Yeah.
That was probably not, but it's cool if you live there. I'm sorry.
On that note, we are out of here. Check us out each and every Friday night at 8 p.m. on buildthescene.com. You can go to parockshow.com at 6 a.m. on Friday and listen to the episode early if you'd like. And we are all over the place as you listen to the beginning of the show. You can also hear us on XRP Radio in the UK. They play us Fridays at 9 p.m., Sunday at 6, and then at Sunday at 7 they play the week before the previous show. So it's back-to-back rock show. Tuesdays on Rootaroo Radio, which is in Ocean Beach, San Diego, California. Thursdays at 7 p.m. at Alt Rock Radio in Ontario, Canada. But that one, the last time I tried to tune in, I got a message telling me that I couldn't tune in because I wasn't in Canada. So it's been a while since I've checked, but their licensing was blocking me. But
I didn't say any bad words this whole time. Yay!
All right, and we are out of here. I'm going to go ahead and kill the streams.
All right, bye, streams.